Hey YouTube, Bryn again with another update. I'm going to be kind of all over the place and looking at my phone because that's where I have my notes. So, I want to try and get videos out. First of all, before I get any further, I want to try and get videos out every weekend. Um, But this weekend was really crazy, so I'm doing it today. So instead of me doing it last Saturday or whatever, I am a few days late. But I'm going to be doing them Fridays or Saturdays, probably Fridays, and uploading them Saturday. So, um, without further ado, um, my weekend was kind of not. I went to a wedding this weekend for my best friend Stacy, and I know there's a glare. I apologize. Happy wedding! Congratulations! I also got to see one of my other best friends in the world, Tiffany. So I miss you guys and I love you, and it was really good to see you. If you're watching this, if not, subscribe, asses. Um, anyway, so there's a lot to cover, so I'm gonna kind of like condense. Um, so number one is I went to the doctor, to a family planning doctor not this past week. Well, yeah, last week, and they said that I was normal, which to me is a little bit weird because every other doctor says I'm abnormal. But I was really concerned that after the miscarriage that everything was not properly working. But alas, it is. And so the doctor was really impressed with how informed I was and how I chart and do everything like that. So he said that we were right on track and that I don't need any medical interventions per se, whatever the next step would be, um, until another probably 6 months down the line, which is good. And he gave me, I'm anemic, so he gave me these, which are new prenatals. And I have to go pick up the prescription, but he gave me like quite a few samples. So I will be using these as well as the ones that I showed you guys last week, which are these. And all that good stuff. Okay, so moving on. Oh, he also said that if need be, he can write a prescription for if like 6 months down the line nothing happens and we are not pregnant or whatnot, then he can write a prescription for a sperm count and whatnot sooner than the 6 months. So if that's like a concern of ours, then we can get that checked out as well. But it's not like imminent. We need to get that checked. Oh my gosh, the world is ending. Also, aside from those vitamins, I got a few different things in the mail from friends of mine. I haven't started reading this one yet, but I will. Any kind of book that can keep my mind occupied and off of charting and counseling and going nuts, and not counseling, what is the word? Charting and like constantly keeping a diary of like anything. So my friends have been sending me books to keep me entertained. Thank you. So this one is from my friend Sarah, and I will read it probably this weekend. First, I had gotten this book, which is Taking Charge of Your Fertility by Tony Weschler. I think I'm saying that correctly. And it's a pretty hefty read. It's, I would say, let's see, minus the appendix, it's like, and the bibliography, it's like a good 415 pages. And I read it all in a day and a half because I just couldn't put it down. It also comes with, I know there's horrible lag on my computer, I apologize, but it comes with a DVD, which I haven't checked out yet, but I will. So it comes with a DVD, and a lot of this stuff is stuff that I already knew, but it just goes into further depth, like how to properly chart and whatnot, and just little tips that you can do to increase your chances of having a baby. So I would suggest for anybody that is completely just starting or clueless in the department, which a lot of you ladies aren't, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if you don't really know, if you aren't charting or you aren't doing like what's called FAM, which is like family planning, natural family planning, not using any, or you can use it without using birth control or whatnot. So that's also a plus. Like, you can flip it around, and instead of wanting to get pregnant, you can use it as a birth control method. So I'm definitely, after said baby is done in here, going to be using it as a form of birth control. So rather than having to you know, take pills or anything like that, I will definitely be using this. Way to go. Way to go, team. Let's see, my phone has more notes on it. Doctor visit, prenatal, blah, blah, blah. We just recently moved here. And by here, I don't mean like the city. I mean like to this apartment. And we've been here for almost 6 months, I would say. And it is like one problem after the other. If it's not like scary neighbors that, like, I don't even go outside anymore without my fiance with me, because it's just really a bad area. So like, if it's not scary, creepy neighbors, it's major issues with like the house and flooding and mold, and like we had to have our entire hold on, like this pop-up came up on my computer, but we had to have our entire like bathroom counter, I guess, vanity that was attached to the wall, like ripped out and removed because some idiot next door was washing their clothes in their bathtub, like with standing water, and there was no way that they didn't know, like, it was leaking through to our apartment. And in order for the amount of mold that was there to have accumulated, like, it was an issue that was going on for quite some time. It was not something that like happened overnight and oh my gosh, it's like a leak in the apartment, oh no. Like, no, this was like they had to have a hose come in and pump out the standing water in their bathroom. I'm sorry, I don't know how people like can be that inconsiderate and can live like that. Like, I just don't know how that can happen. Then the other mini catastrophe, or I wouldn't say mini because it's really not fun, that we had was the like kitchen is right off of like I could see it from my room, and I was like looking in there one day when Brandon was at work, and it like looked glossy, and I was like, what is going on? So I walk out there, and there's like a good inch of standing water, and like that, what? So we had the landlord come. It was like really late at night, not really late at night, but like after hours. It was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock when we called her. She got here at like 8 or 9, and she just made so light of it. Oh well, I'll come and fix it. Like after Brandon had spent like 2 hours sweeping and cleaning and scrubbing, um, and just made so light of it. Like it was not a big deal at all. And oh, well, let me go knock next door and see if the problem's there. And sure enough, they had a bucket sitting under their countertop in their kitchen sink, because like the way they're set up, like our apartment's the exact reverse of theirs. So like our kitchen sink is adjacent to the same wall as theirs is. And like it was just like, how do you, these people, we only have one neighbor because we live like on the end, and like I don't know how you do that. Like I don't know how you can just have a bucket sitting there and not care about like, oh, it's gonna leak through to your neighbor, or you're gonna cause mold in your own house. Like idiots. Anyway, so we're thinking about moving. Well, we have been thinking about moving, and we're actually going to be moving again, which we're becoming pretty professional at, considering we've moved 3 times since we've been together. Um, which is like a long time, but still, like 3 times, it's kind of ridiculous considering you're supposed to have like year-long leases, and every single time like there's been issues and problems, and we've gotten out of our leases or whatnot because it's just so ridiculous. Um, let's see. So we're going to be moving hopefully back to my hometown. I'm not going to say that on here, but anyone who knows me knows where I'm from. So we're looking, or he's going to be looking at a place today down there, and it's like this cute loft apartment, which I might not think would be ideal for having a baby, but you know, the baby's not going to stay, you know, not going to be moving much for the first year of life. So anyway, we're not really as concerned, and as long as we can get the heck out of here, we'll be happy. So that's pretty much all that's been going on with me this past week and a half. I'm feeling a little bit better. My fibro isn't acting up as much, but it's still there. Still on medication, still on blood pressure medicine. And yeah, if you want to just keep following me, I'll try and get him on here sometime in the future. But yeah, just subscribe, and then we can follow each other and comment, and yay. Alright. I'm not going to make this any longer than it already is, because I already ranted my butt off. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, YouTube.